Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sportsbook in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The motherfucking loud spot. That's right, you're listening to the almighty Hot Zone, doing the intro to the Loud Spot podcast. You're goddamn right, we're doing intros for podcasts now. And if you don't like it, you can suck the entire circumference of my Wayne Gretzky with the squeals and the drops. P1E goes hard till it pops. Cannonball, don't shut the up. Johnny Spotswood just don't know when to stop. And if you don't like it, you better take your ass up to the snooty fox, because this is the Loud Spot. Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. We lost Ava. Hold on one second here.
Hi.
There she is. All right, let's try that again in our places. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian Cosme, right out of Oklahoma City. We have an awesome show. We are hanging out with Joel from Maple Hill. What's going on, man?
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And then we have Ava, the Weird Wolf. Ava, what's going on?
Not much.
And Sam is not here tonight. He is having some Wi-Fi issues, which we are trying to get figured out because he's missing kind of a few shows because of it. So anyways, and this show is sponsored by Hoodie Fanatics. So go check them out on Facebook. I think it's shophoodiefanatics.com. Okay. All right, Maple Hill. Joel, what's up, man? So how long has the band been around for?
So we formed around 2012. The two of our members, Sinjin and Christian, the drummer and vocalist, have been playing music together for a really long time, since like middle school before that. But then I joined up with them in like 2012, 2013. And then we went through like one member change over the years. But yeah, we've been making music for going on like 9 or 10 years now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Has the style changed at all from when you first started till now?
Yeah, definitely. We formed sort of as like an all-time low cover band. That was just like easy pop punk music that we were all like really drawn to at that age. And so that's kind of what got us playing this genre of music, or just this relative. Oh, hey, Sam, what's up?
Here in spirit.
Yeah. But yeah, we started out playing just pop punk covers. And then over time, we started writing our own riffs and licks and stuff. And then that developed into some songs. The other guys, Sinjin and Christian, and the group that they were in before, they had written some music. So we took some of those older ideas they had and kind of reworked them into some of the music that you can find of ours that's out now.
Absolutely, man. It looks like I was doing some research. Looks like you guys were in quite a bit of articles, like different website articles in like 2016-ish. Was there a big push for the band in around that time frame?
Yeah, so that's when our debut album came out, titled Headspace. We recorded it in 2014 over at the Panda Studios in Fremont, California. And that was our first like big body of music. And so that was our first big like PR and marketing push, where we scheduled a lot of interviews, podcasts, stuff like that. So yeah, that's where a lot of the media that you've seen from us is from.
Being from Ava, do you have a question?
It's kind of a stupid question.
All are welcome. There's no such thing.
Well, I noticed that you guys are labeled as like emo, and I was wondering if you guys started out with like the typical emo look.
The emo look, you said?
Yeah.
Eyeliner.
I mean, no, to put it simply.
Okay.
We definitely went through our phases here and there with like fashion and style, but typically most of the time we were just kind of, I don't know, 4 young white kids just doing our best. So you might be able to find some of our old promo photos out there on the internet, and you'll see like the cargo shorts and high socks and stuff like that. But
definitely going to be looking at it.
Yeah, I'd like to think that we've all kind of come into our own a little bit more in terms of aesthetics.
Dude, if you were to see me back in like 2002 to like 2007, I still had hair, right? And so I was like all about the eyeliner and the black fingernails. I remember one time we were going to a restaurant. My mom was like, "You are not going with me to eat looking like that." And I was like, "Yes, I am."
It's not a phase, Mom.
It's not a phase. This is life.
She just didn't understand.
You didn't understand the lifestyle, man. You know, like I thought I was going to skateboard forever. I think I had a midlife crisis. I just bought a skateboard a couple of years ago, hurt my leg trying to do an ollie, and never picked it back up. So, so why did the band go from? You guys are from New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why did you pick a studio back then for that album all the way in California? Was it the label that did that, or were you guys signed to a label even?
So we released Headspace independently. That was completely on our own. We took a lot of time to consider our options for recording. But we were made very aware of the Panda Studios and the work that Sam Pura and the other guys over there had been doing. Sam has worked on records, or I think all of the Story So Far records, and several other great ones, like the stuff from 100th he produces as well. So Sam wasn't the producer on our record. I believe he mastered it for us, but yeah, we basically just thought about it enough, and we're thinking like, this is our like first big release. Like we want it to be as good as we can possibly make it. And we were really inspired by the sounds that were specifically coming out of that studio. So we talked to them, and they were into having us. And we were able to work out a plan that was doable for us. And we figured, which at the time we were like 16 and 17 years old.
You didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, we didn't really know what we were doing. And like, we knew we had some options that were closer by, but part of it was just like the adventure factor. Like, I don't know, I had never been over to the West Coast, and we were like, wow, like we actually have the opportunity to do this. So we all like saved up and made it happen, and spent, I think, 12 days living in the studio out there. So, I mean, it was just an experience that I wouldn't trade for anything. Even though like maybe we could have found something like an hour away in Binghamton or Buffalo, something like that, right. Someone local. But I don't know. We had dreams, and like we really thought it would be.
And then I could just imagine you convincing your parents, "We have to go to California if we're gonna be famous. We have to."
That's where the real bands come from.
we have to go there. Let us go.
Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, our parents were great about it. They supported us lots with that.
That's cool. Are you? And what's your role in the band?
I play bass.
So you're the super tall guy, right?
Yeah, I'm 6'.
Yeah. I was watching music videos. I was like, that dude is tall.
Yeah.
So did you ever think about an NBA career before music?
Relevant.
No, but I had been told that I should so many times. I tried. I did like 2 years of basketball in like middle school and high school, and like didn't enjoy it enough. Like I wasn't great. I couldn't really jump. I was just tall. That was like the one thing I had going for me. So I figured I would nip that in the bud and pursue more creative career paths.
That's awesome, man. All right, this song we're gonna play, "Playing House." When did you guys drop this music video and song? Oh,
this song I believe came out like September 5th or 9th, maybe. I'm blanking exactly, but yeah, in the fall of 2020. It's the first single we released with Common Ground Collective, which is our label now. And so it's been awesome working with them. We were super excited to put this out. We actually shot this video about a year earlier. I do all the photo and video work for the band. So I shot and directed this music video in Boston in the summer of 2018, I believe. So yeah, check it out. Hope you guys love it.
Hey, I think Ava wants to say something real quick.
Oh, sure.
Oh, no. I'm just excited for the music video.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, here we go. This is Playing House.
as I confide, my caution subsides. Will all my insecurity topple over and crush me? 'Cause it's all that I know, and all that I hope will be gone before too long. So I'll just try to hang on. But it's always easier said than done. Don't pick up the phone just 'cause you're alone. Discover solitude to the bone. Begin to find hope in an unspoken motivation. This isn't a home, you're just playing house in another sad imitation. You've got the space to grow, so make it a revelation. We were similar souls, both tortured and cold. How could I have been so wrong, believing we would ever belong? But it's always easier said than done. And still you said the words you know I took too hard. It's only now I realize the saddest part. That there was only one time, it was the first time, and nothing ever felt the same again. Don't pick up the phone just 'cause you're alone. Discover solitude to the bone. Begin to find hope in an unspoken motivation. This isn't a home, you're just playing house in another sad imitation. You've got the space to grow, so make it a revelation. No time for hesitation, 'cause I've gotta move on now. This is me and I'm saving my goodbyes for when I'm already gone.
Is that it? Yep, that's it.
That's it.
All
love it.
right. Six right here. I'm looking through the comments and like Sam and Sharon are going back and forth. On the comments. It's pretty funny. So,
Yeah.
Do you guys have any recent shows, or have you been able to play any shows being in New York? Like, what's the New York scene like right now?
Well, obviously we're still going through some pandemic recovery stuff, so most of the local venues still aren't hosting shows, which really sucks. But no, unfortunately we haven't really played shows in just about like a year or so, which obviously pandemic has been just about a year now. But yeah, we were playing the summer of 2019 into the fall. We played some great shows in Lowell, Massachusetts, and Hartford, Connecticut. That was our most recent run. Thanks, Sharon. But yeah, it's been a little while, but we're itching to get back at it.
You know what? Sam left a comment. He says, "Good shooting and editing." Joel, did you shoot that video?
Yeah, so I shot and directed and edited all of our music videos and almost all of our photos. Most of the media you see coming from us is in some part done by me.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool, man. I was thinking about how to shoot music videos earlier, and I don't think I could ever ever do it. So on all your videos, is that something recently that you're doing, or is that something you've always done for the band?
That's something I've always done for the band. For our earlier stuff, I was kind of just getting into photography and making videos as a hobby, like back in high school. But I ended up going to school for it, or for photography. So since then, I've been a lot more comfortable and confident with everything. So yeah, basically all the media stuff you see out there, most of it was done by me.
How long have you been playing the bass for? I just started playing the bass like not that long ago, and I'm like super into it now.
Yeah. Well, I started out playing guitar and drums just growing up from like my parents. My dad played both of those growing up, so we had a drum set and an electric guitar in the house. And then getting really into electric guitar when I was like, I don't know, in 7th or 8th grade. So I primarily played guitar at the time, but then when I joined Maple Hill, that's actually when I picked up bass. At the time, we were going through a slight like lineup change, and so it made the most sense for me to cover bass at the time, and then it just kind of stuck. But it's been really fun. So I never really had any like training or lessons or anything that specifically for bass. But I feel like because of the nature of the music that we play, and especially the style of music we played back when we were younger, it was pretty easy to go from like playing a power chord on the bottom 3 strings of the guitar to just playing one single note on the bass. So that was a good, like, easy way for me to work my way into it. But I've been having a ton of fun with it recently.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I started with the guitar, and the only reason I started playing the bass was because we didn't want to find another person for our band.
Yeah, being able to play both is really helpful, and a lot of fun as well. Like, I feel like a lot of people have the perspective of like, oh, if you play guitar, like, why would you play the bass? It's just like 2 less strings. But obviously there's such a different role in music. And oddly enough, if I'm just like playing something on the bass, like, I don't know, it just inspires me in different ways than I think guitar does. And so I really appreciate it for that.
I feel that.
Dude, I cannot play guitar or sing, which Ava knows I can't sing.
He's so bad.
Yeah. But I do, you know, as a drummer, like, I think I've said this before on other shows, but I was in a band, and the guitar player, bass player would normally leave their instruments at my house.
Oh yeah,
and
of course.
I always had the opportunity to go pick up the guitar or bass and learn how to play it because it was always at my house. And I just kept on saying, I'll do it one day. And here I am, 20 years later, still never done it.
Yeah. I mean, it's intimidating, man. Like, I don't know. Guitar for me, like, especially growing up, was limited to like an E major chord and a G major chord. It was just like 2 things that like my dad taught me when I was like too young to really remember. So beyond that, like actually like picking patterns and playing melodies and stuff like that, it really takes like a kind of specific type of focus and like skill, I guess, that if you've never touched a stringed instrument before, it can be very intimidating. But it's a ton of fun once you. Yeah,
I'll play like a little song I wrote or something like that, like one little thing, and my friends will be like, "That's not even a chord, dude." I'm like, but it sounds good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It sounds good. So, have you guys ever toured? Has the band ever toured like around the United States or even like around the world?
Yeah, we've done a few short strings, like weekend runs, and we did like a 2-week-long tour. Gosh, what that would have been 2016 or 2017, one of those summers. That was a fun tour where we went with one other band the whole time, and then a few other bands shared a few of those shows with us. So that was a ton of fun. That was all around just the Northeast. And that's where we've played most of our shows. We haven't played anything internationally yet, but we have a few connections abroad here and there that we're hoping to make something happen with eventually. But yeah, mostly we've been playing around the East Coast. Yeah, that's mostly where we've been playing shows.
So you guys have been playing around the East Coast?
Basically.
What? You guys were in California. You guys should have done some shows out there while you were out there.
Yeah, we thought so much about it, but like we ended up not being able to bring like any of our own instruments with us. And we only had like 12 days or whatever we were living in the studio. So we were a little bit pressed for time anyways, just to get the whole thing done in like 10 or 12 days.
Okay.
So it's we wanted to do so much, but couldn't really make happen at the time.
I don't know if it's this video, but there is a video that I'm going to ask you about. But let's go ahead and play Fading right now. And then I'm going to ask what I want to ask, but I'm waiting till this song's done. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Hold on, I just want to say that this is the song I was talking about. Perfect.
All right, word.
Okay.
I think I lost my way. How did I end up here? Did you disappear? I'm all alone and I can feel you fading. You're slipping through the cracks and falling down below. Somebody tell me that I'm still worth saving. I'm hanging by a thread, but I won't let it go. Play it cool, 'cause you're a risk worth taking. With a point of view that living is dying in the making. Sweet caress, fragile bones, can't forget the feeling. I'll suppress and leave it alone. It's cloudy in the haze. I think I lost my way. How did I end up here? Did you disappear? You carried along and left me on my own. And now that you're gone, just thought that you should know. I'm all alone and I can feel you fading. You're slipping through the cracks and falling down below. Somebody tell me that I'm still worth saving. I'm hanging by a thread, but I won't let it go. You'll never know, you'll never see, you're missing out on everything. You'll never know, you'll never see, you're missing out on everything. You'll never know, you'll never see, you're missing out on everything.
Ooh, I like the dramatic effect when you're fading out. At the end of the song. Yeah, dude. So that song reminded me of that song kind of sounded like almost like it has an emo, like kind of like that 2000s emo mixed with some alternative and punk in it. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we've always had trouble putting an exact genre on ourselves. I think just over the course of our time as a band, we've moved a little bit more from like traditional pop punk into the emo alternative rock space. So it's tough. Whenever people ask us to describe ourselves, we usually give them like a 7 to 10 word long answer.
Well, because and the two songs we played, which is funny because I screen recorded those on my phone just in case you weren't prepared with music videos.
Oh, word.
I had those saved and I emailed them to myself, and it's those same exact two songs nice. that I had, which is why I had a question about fading. Okay, so shooting that music video. You guys are out. Well, Ava's already smiling. She doesn't know what I'm going to ask.
He's so prepared.
Okay, so you guys are outside for it looked like a majority of that video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your drummer's there, obviously really playing the drums because he's the drummer. He's hitting the drums, but you see chords. I don't see any amps, and I don't see like anything that can project the guitar and the bass and the vocals like a PA system. So was everyone there just playing their music and the drum was just going crazy, really playing the drums?
Basically. We got a PA system, which you can see in a couple of the shots, but it was just like a wireless battery operated PA system that we kind of hid like behind the drum kit a little bit. So we could all hear the song a little bit to play along to. But yeah, when we were conceptualizing the video and planning it out, that was something that we went back and forth with, was like, all right, we have 2 days to shoot this video. And like, my friend, got to give a quick shout out to Adam Montoya and the guys at Hill and Valley, who helped us shoot it. Obviously I can't shoot it if I'm in the video. So he was the cameraman for the whole thing, which was awesome. But yeah, with like all the people we had there and, going from location to location so quickly, and just the nature of like the camera kind of spinning around everyone for like most of the time. We just thought it wouldn't really be worth it to try and like set up amps and like make people believe somehow that inside of this abandoned, demolished incinerator plant, they somehow have power for us to plug in and play to. So we're like, all right, let's just play our instruments, make the instruments look pretty, and leave the rest up to imagination.
Did the drums attract any bystanders just like walking by, being like, what's going on over here?
Yeah, absolutely. All of the outdoor locations, everywhere except for the indoor shot, which was at our friend Adam's studio. At all of the other locations, we had some bystander issues. All of those were like public spaces that like we couldn't really rent out, so we just kind of went and did it until we were told to leave. But yeah, like one of the locations where there were all those like the old stone walls and gates around, that's a place in Rochester where I live called the Sunken Garden. And it's in this big park, and it's a really popular location for people to take like family photos, engagement photos, like whatever. And this was on like one of the last decent weather days in the fall. So we got set up and then spent about 45 minutes just like waiting and like trying to shoot, because there were like 2 or 3 other groups of people there who were like similar to us, like doing a photo shoot, doing something they needed that space for. So it was a lot of just on the fly logistics and timing to make that all work.
Yeah, man, I think that video is really neat. That's the first thing I did notice though, was that there was no like sound system there, but I thought it'd be pretty fun to be there and just like actually just hear the drums and everyone else is kind of faking it.
Yeah. The few little behind the scenes videos we have are pretty funny of that, because we're all just like going crazy, like trying to imagine that our instruments are loud in our ears, but it's just St. playing, trying to look as loud as he can while also trying not to make like too much noise on them. Because, like I said, we were in like public spaces where we were worried about noise complaints and stuff like that.
Right. The cops got to come real quick, shut you guys down.
Yeah, we did what we could.
It's like one step above air guitar.
Yeah. Exactly. Ava, did you have any final questions before we close out this episode?
When it comes to writing songs, do you guys write together, or is it like you each bring something to the table, or whatever?
Most of all of our songs have kind of come to fruition in different ways. I feel like how it usually works is one of us will come up with an idea for, honestly, I feel like it's usually just like a groove or a riff that we really like. And once that one person develops that to somewhere where they're happy with and they want to show everyone else, then we'll start working on it in pairs or in a group. But yeah, it's a lot of just like bouncing off each other and taking an idea, growing it, trying a few different things and seeing what we can all see for it being like a full song rather than just one little part. And then maybe the lyrics will come after, melodies will come after, or sometimes somebody will come up with an idea that's just a vocal melody with lyrics. They're like, oh, I just had this idea, like, it sounds awesome. We'll then go in and figure out what kind of song it's going to be, figure out the instrumentals and all that. So it's pretty sporadic. I wouldn't say we have a nailed down system. We just kind of let each song come to be however it does.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I've been laughing this whole time because I'm looking at some of these comments that Sam is sharing. I'm like, oh my God. It's funny. And Sam's like shaking his head at me when I ask you some questions. It's pretty funny. I do want to thank Sharon for being on as a commentator. She's been on almost pretty much every single live broadcast since we started doing the Facebook stuff and going live on Facebook. So thank you, Sharon, for that. Yep. And Sam, too bad you couldn't be here, but he's with us in spirit and has been commentating. Is there anything else, Joel, that you want to say, kind of some closing words about the band, maybe what's coming up, if you have anything planned or anything at all about your band?
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually just released an EP called Parallel, which both of those songs you heard were from, Playing House and Fading. That came out on March 5th through Common Ground Collective. And you can find that anywhere you can find us online, which is just Maple Hill on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you want to listen. If you want to check out our socials, we're on Instagram at Maple Hill NY, on Twitter, Maple Hill NY, but with underscores between the words, and Facebook, just Maple Hill. And if you check out our website, maplehillny.bandcamp.com, we have some merch, which actually I didn't even plan this for the podcast, but I just happen to be wearing our new shirt.
That's so weird. I didn't plan it either.
What? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Earlier today, I'm not wearing my Lost Boss shirt, but I went on my jog and I changed it. I was actually wearing my Cricket shirt, which was a band I was in like 2002. I swear to God, I'm not even. I swear to God, I wish I was still wearing it, but it was sweaty, so I took it off. That is weird because I was doing the same
That's so
thing
funny.
with the old band. Yeah,
Out of the club.
No one believes me anyways. They think I'm lying, so it's fine. But I swear to God, I was. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys actually have a website, or is it just through Bandcamp and social medias?
We're operating stuff through Bandcamp right now, so that's just maplehillny.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out your merch,
shirts,
man.
Some other stuff.
Hell yeah,
sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna go check out some of your merch.
Oh, word. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. All right. I think that's all we got. I want to thank everybody for listening to The Loud Spot. Thanks for everyone who watches now, watches later, and comments. Check us out on YouTube. Please subscribe on YouTube. And if you see us live on Facebook, make sure to hit that notification button so you get notified whenever we go live. I think we're somewhat entertaining. I don't know. Okay. Hey, Joel, don't go anywhere. Stay right there. I'm going to play the outro music. I'm going to cut it, and we're going to talk just for a little bit afterwards. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Here we go. I think this is the right one. All right, everyone say bye.
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 Let's hope this is the right one.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Does Nothing Short of Tragic have us back again? Does everything that's good really have to end? Our pin post has a pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sports book in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.